Hello everyone, today I want to talk about 1.0 because there's some information on CRG's release view. And there's some confusion. Why are you talking about 1.0? We are already at 4.0.1. Yes, we are at alpha 4.0.1 on the current PTU. However, CRG and I are talking about the first release version, the first 1.0 release. Here's Richard Terra talking about 1.0 at SysMcon 2024.
Today, though, is beyond 4.0. All the way to 1.0. And the big difference is that 1.0 is the full release of the game. The 1 means we're committing to higher base performance and minimal bugs. No longer will we reference that the game is in development. This will be a fully released and polished experience. It means fully rounded gameplay loops, from new player experience to story missions and endgame content. And crucially, it means no more resets between patches.
Keep this in mind for the rest of the video. Higher base performance, minimum bugs, polished experience, fully rounded gameplay loops. And here we have CRG's roadmap, which is not a roadmap, it's just a release view. But we have something new, we have Star Citizen 1.0. I don't know when Star Citizen 1.0 was added to the release view. I don't check the release view much anymore because it has very little informational value. But it was surely after SysMcon, so it's rather new. I will go now through all the items. Characters, 1 entry, Starware. Okay, this is something CRG surely can do. Gameplay, 16 entries. Tentative, law and security, implementing an updated system that handles law infractions along with security responses to criminal activity. Color me very skeptical, because in year 13 we still don't have any security forces, any police. All we have are, let me scan your ship for contraband, brain-dead NPCs, and we have security forces standing around doing nothing. Planetary shields, introducing planetary shield tech, which provides maximum protection for ground locations, including player bases, from hostile attacks. This is something CRG surely can do because we had those shields already in the past. We were dropping vehicles over platforms in Horizon, and those vehicles were exploding when hitting the invisible shields. Same with dropping bombs over outposts. I haven't seen those shields for a while. Yeah, but CRG already did this. This should be a no-brainer. Ownership. Implementing a robust ownership system for items, vehicles and more, including the ability to transfer ownership both legally and illegally. I see no problem with this. Guilds system. Guilds provide rewards and content for different professions to players as they complete contracts and earn reputation. This is something CRG surely can do, but this will take time. This won't be a quick thing. Insurance, taxes and warranty. No system to handle medical, item and vehicle insurance and associated fees. Something CRG surely can do, but why introduce a new insurance system? Reputation v2. Okay, what happened to Reputation v1? Integrating the reputation system with guilds and rewards, as well as the addition of an improved reputation app. Something CRG surely can do. New player professions. Addition of new player professions to the persistent universe. I don't think there are many professions missing, something CRG surely can do in the next 5 years. Death of a spaceman, introducing permadeath and associated consequences to Star Citizen. I made a video about this yesterday, link to my video is in the top right corner. Chris, you really need to clarify how this is supposed to work, especially after your last year's Medical Ursa promo video. I died 1,000 times.
You're probably thinking I'm a goner. But the thing is, I've died 1,000 times. Because a regen has always been the strategy. Let's do this.
AI plates, a new vehicle component enabling to autonomous operation of various aspects of vehicles, such as turrets. Should be easy. Player space stations, implementing the ability to build homes among the stars with the introduction of player-made space bases. I don't expect this in the next 3 years. Crafting, implementing the ability for players to craft various items using resources from throughout the persistent universe. Seems doable. Base building, implementing player-constructed planetary bases. Small bases, sure, Large bases, I guess this will take some time until CRG has implemented this fully. Player-to-player trading, implementing the ability for players to set up their own shops and sell wares to other players. Shouldn't be too hard. We had this back in Ultima Online, which was how many years ago? Let me check. Okay, more than 27 years ago. Player organizations, implementing the ability to create and fully manage player organizations, including a dedicated Mobi class app. Seems doable, we already have orgs. Social Mobi class app, creation of a new Mobi class app to manage friends and contracts, as well as the ability to easily find and create groups. This is something that is really needed, actually years ago. Shouldn't be too hard. Citizenship. Elevate your status in the verse by becoming a citizen to gain unique rewards and benefits.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part. Are you? Join the mobile infantry and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship.
Doesn't look like this would be hard to implement. Then we have Cortec, Global Illumination, implementing global illumination, providing further visual improvements to the lighting of both interior and exterior spaces. Well, CryEngine, Lumberchart, Star Engine is getting really old by now. I wish CRG good luck with this. Star Audio, a new suite of tools and tech aimed at improving the quality and fidelity of sound in Star Citizen. Yeah, sound design in Star Citizen is really bad. Ship guns sound like sheep, children toy pistols. Small arms sound terrible. I'm glad that CRG is working on this. StarSim, backend systems and tools simulating the state of universe and economy and dynamically respond to players' actions. I wish you good luck with this. Tony Silverek always talked about Quanta, but we haven't seen anything of Tony in the last 3 or 4 years. And this sounds very ambitious, a lot of things that can go wrong. Color me skeptical. Content instancing, implementing new technology that allows both existing and new content to be instanced for more crafted group gameplay and experiences. I really like instances in MMOs, I really love instance dungeons, so this can be very interesting, shouldn't be too hard. Dynamic server meshing, implementation of dynamic scaling and server reassignment for server meshing, allowing for MMO scale player counts. On the current 4.0 tech demo, CRG introduced static server meshing. So far, I cannot see any improvement in stability, performance or interaction delay. Hopefully this will change in the future, especially with dynamic server meshing. Starchitect, new tool that scatters ground locations based on environmental and designer data to populate the world of Star Citizen at an unprecedented scale. Oh look, we have a new tool that makes everything faster and quicker. I wish you good luck with this, Chris, because so far I am not really impressed. We have settlements with burning campfires on Dema, a moon without preferable atmosphere, with nothing in its atmosphere, no oxygen that would support a fire. We have settlements out in the open on moon and planets where it doesn't make any sense, where it gets very hot or very cold. There is not even any shelter in those settlements. You cannot just make a tool and put things out in the open without any rhyme or reason, but this is what CRG does so far, and color me very skeptical if this will ever change. Genesis Planetech V5, implementing the next generation of world creation with increased scale, complexity and believability. Again, don't put burning campfires on Dema. Don't have settlements out in the open on very cold and very hot planets and moons. So far it seems like scientific illiteracy is a job requirement when working for CRG. Chris, please, change this. Make me believe in you. Genesis Dynamic Weather, real-time simulation of weather fronts on all planetary scale, including rain, wind and thunder. When you have rain, you also need to have mud, you also need to have puddles, you also need to have floating water. Color me very skeptical to see this in a game in the next 5 years in any believable manner. Missions and events, main story, take on a journey to the Star Citizen universe by experiencing a handcrafted story with unique challenges and rewards. I would very much like to see this. This could be a lot of fun. But so far, CRG doesn't seem to know how to make fun, interesting and engaging content, so color me skeptical. Location stories, new missions and narrative arcs set in specific areas, allowing players to experience the uniqueness of various locations in the verse. Sounds interesting. Again, so far CHG doesn't seem to know how to make fun, interesting content. Maybe this will change. I hope so. Station warfare. Introducing station warfare, where player organizations battle over multiple ground and space locations to gain the protection of planetary shields in lawless star systems. Seems to be rather complex, and just in lawless star systems and only orcs. Chris, you have to realize you have a lot of players who are playing solo or in very small groups. World. Imperial Sports Federation, a league of sporting organizations that banded together to standardize competitive sports throughout the empire. Okay, who needs this? Why waste time with this, Chris? This sounds like total fluff. Utility tunnels, a new location archetype that brings sandbox content to landing zones, such as the municipal works under Arco. Not sure what this means. Sandbox players have to make their own content. Nux system, implementing the Nux star system into the persistent universe. Of course, Nux is needed for 1.0. Nux is a very small system, shouldn't be too hard. The Council, organized as a governing body for legality, the Council is a collective of syndicates, gangs and outlaws who mandate criminal activity throughout the system. Doesn't seem to be too hard to implement. Mercenary Guild, formed after first contact with the scene, the Mercenary Guild provides combat and logistical expertise to all corners of the universe. Doesn't seem to be too hard to implement. Academy of Sciences. Originally based out of Heathrow, the Academy of Science has expanded to become a congress of scholars dedicated to the expansion of knowledge throughout the universe. I have no idea what this exactly is, but doesn't look too hard to implement. United Resource Workers. Protecting the people who are the lifeblood of industry, the United Resource Workers can always be found hunting the harvesting minerals, scavenging or crafting. Doesn't look too hard to implement. Interstellar Transport Guild, one of the oldest professional unions in the UAE, the Interstellar Transport Guild oversees the movement of goods and people throughout the universe. Doesn't look too hard to implement. Building interiors, gameplay-focused layouts to fill the interiors of the various buildings in landing zones and other points of interest. This seems quite interesting, but so far CHG's architecture isn't exactly stellar. It's all wrong, it's all bad, it's all terrible. For example, CHG is throwing stairs at us like candy. We have stairs in space stations. We have stairs in floating spaceports where you would have total freedom of architecture. Stairs 5 steps down, then you have an even ground, and you have stairs 5 steps up. But where it would count, stairs to bypass elevators, no stairs to be found. Yeah, CHG's architecture is abysmal bad. I don't expect building interiors to be any better. Castra system, implementing the Castra star system into the persistent universe. Terra system, implementing the Terra star system into the persistent universe. There are always new people who don't know the lore. Terra system is not Sol, it's not Earth. Is there any chance CHG can release this 1.0 in the next 3 years? No, in the next 5 years? I still don't think so. Sure, CHG could release 1.0 with 5 star systems with major bugs, with major performance issues, massive do-things, missing basic mechanics, almost no physics in the next 3 years. But this is not what Richard Tyler said at CitizenCon 2024, minimum bugs. And this is not what CHG has on this release view for 1.0. Remember, higher base performance, minimum bugs, polished experience, fully rounded gameplay loops, plus all the items on the 1.0 release view. To me, this is very unlikely to have this in the next 5 years, maybe in 10 years. And if CHG will release a crappy 1.0 next 3 years, they will get destroyed in hundreds of articles and hundreds of videos, rightfully so. $1 billion for that? Where did the money go? I hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. So much for physics. Look, this mighty tree, this big mighty tree is carrying the weight of a starfarer. This is a 1G planet. This tree can hold 4.2 million kilograms. Wow. Actually, just the leaves. That's too funny. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.